Hi team. You might remember my hardline stance against putting millions of Muslims in concentration camps. I used to think it was a really bad thing. Still kind of do. However, I've been made aware of the fact that people consider me to be Islamophobic. These people would be Aaron O'Toole and his campaign, the people claiming to be part of the Pakistani government, and random leftists on the internet. So, in an attempt to absolve myself of anti-Semitism, I'm doing some studying. So what greater moral body is there in the world than the United Nations, right? Who could possibly be more moral than the United Nations, and who could know more about Islamophobia than Muslim-majority countries, and who could be more morally righteous than socialist countries? I can't think of a possible alternative. So, how should we fight Islamophobia? Is it to stop putting Muslims in concentration camps where they are raped, sterilized, forced into slave labor, probably murdered en masse? I used to think, yes, stop doing that. But 53 members of the United Nations, including many Muslim and socialist countries, have written a letter praising China for putting millions of Muslims in concentration camps. No, not excusing it, not calling it fake news, saying praising it. Good job, China, on the Muslim concentration camps. Now, some of these signatories include Iran and Saudi Arabia, right? So the two major Muslim powers and all their proxies, yeah, totally, great. Muslims concentration, woohoo. Iran just declared George Floyd a saint, said America's so racist. But it's like, yeah, Muslims in concentration camps, big ups, yes. Pakistan, which will probably send me some death threats later. By the way, don't worry about the Pakistan death threats. They tend to be the funniest. So keep it up. Keep up with the death to Daniel, Pakistan. You're doing great. Iraq, Syria, again, provinces of Iran. North Korea. You know you're on the right side of history when North Korea praises your human rights record. The Palestinians are very, very pro Muslims in concentration camps. I signed the letter. Russia, of course, Putin. Algeria, Venezuela, Zimbabwe, Burundi, Egypt, Congo, Somalia, many others. Now, the letter is great because it's not just saying. It says, we commend China's remarkable achievements in the field of human rights by adhering to its people-centered development philosophy and blah, 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 blah. And then it goes on to say, we learned that this is terrorism and the support of, again, they're literally saying all these people millions of terrorists. Good. Lock them up. It's their fault. Now, how should we interpret this? Right? Because all these Muslim countries said Donald Trump was racist for instituting what Linda Saussure and friends called the Muslim ban. And this ban, again, blocked 7 countries which were outlined by Obama's DOJ as countries of particular concern for high terrorism rates. And Trump's argument basically was countries where there's high rates of terrorism and we can't properly vet people coming in because of civil war and chaos, we should reduce immigration numbers from them. This was universally considered Islamophobic. So let's follow this logic. It is Islamophobic to not let Muslims into your country. So you need maximum amount of Muslims into your country. But it is really, really good when you put millions of Muslims in concentration camps. So, by the logic of Pakistan, the UN, and everyone who's going to criticize me and call me Islamophobic, what is the best way to be an ally to the Muslim community? And I think I have deduced what the Muslim countries want us to do. We need to let maximum Muslims into the country. Maximum. Every single Muslim should be coming into Canada regardless. I don't care, black, white, young, old, strapped with a bomb to his chest. Let every single Muslim in, because to not do so would be Islamophobic. But to go the extra mile, to really show that we care about Muslims and human rights, we must then take every single Muslim and put them in massive concentration camps and turn them into slaves. This is, I think, what the UN wants. I'm having a real hard time wrapping my head around, all the morality here, because I used to think slavery is bad, and there's, protests against racism where, they're saying, maybe historic slavery was bad. I see. Okay. So, historically, slavery was bad. So, before slavery was abolished somewhere, slavery was bad. So in the 1700s when everyone was slaves, and before that, then it was really bad. And to participate in that makes you evil for thousands of years afterwards. But modern slavery is good. And the reason modern slavery is good is because other countries don't do slaves. So if you're doing slaves, it's actually cool. It's like a hipster thing, right? So other countries are abolishing slavery, but you're part of the counterculture because you're yo, look at all my slaves, dog, right? That must be it. So not only is historic slavery is a moral evil, but modern slavery is cool, okay? So if we've learned anything from the United Nations, Pakistan, the Palestinians, it's that, guys, don't be Islamophobic, okay? You should let all the Muslims into your country. Let them go wherever they want. But once they're there, do the kind thing. Out of the kindness of your heart, please put them all in concentration camps and turn them into slaves. Because that's what China would do, and that is how we promote human rights, apparently, according to the UN, which it should be immediately abolished. Yeah, I think we should nuke that thing. You know what? I'm going to retract all of that. I think North Korea's and the Palestinians and the Pakistanis and the Iranians and the Saudis are actually wrong. You know what? I'm going to say it's wrong. You know what? Reverse on all that. Slavery's evil. Modern slavery is evil. Concentration camps bad. Don't do it. Destroy the UN. All right. Well, I'll see everyone tomorrow. And just letting you know, Aaron O'Toole, please stop suing me.